Hi, I have another listening practice video for you. Today's listening practice is quite a difficult one. So if you're up for a bit of a challenge, then I suggest you keep watching today's video. My name is Karen, and on my channel, I help you bridge the gap between the English that you learn in the classroom and the English that's actually used in real life. If you're new to my channel and would like to learn some more real-life English, then don't forget to press the subscribe button below and also the bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Today, I have a more challenging conversation for you. There are two guys talking in today's conversation. One is a lawyer, and I think in America they call lawyers attorneys. But in Australia, we call them lawyers. One of the guys in the conversation is a lawyer, and he will be representing the other guy in court. And here, represent means to speak officially in court for someone else. So the lawyer will be speaking officially for the other guy in court. And I'd like you to tell me why this guy is going to court. So that's my question for you today. Why is this guy going to court? And in the conversation, they also mention the guy's friend, Aaron, just to let you know. There are three reasons why I think this conversation is quite difficult. Firstly, it's quite technical. They mention a few legal terms. So these are words that we use when we're talking about the law, all the different rules in the country. And the second reason is that even though they're talking about something quite technical, they still say quite a few informal things as well, which you might not have come across before. So things that you might not have seen or heard of before. And the third reason is because I think they speak quite fast in this conversation. So after all that, I hope I haven't scared you. I just wanted to give you a heads up so that you're prepared for a challenging video today. I'm going to play the conversation for you 4 times as per usual. The first time at the normal speed, the second and third times at a slightly slower speed, and then one last time at the normal speed again. And while you're listening to the conversation, don't forget to try and answer my question for you today. Why is the guy going to court? And then after you listen to the conversation, we can then talk about the legal terms that the lawyer uses, as well as the more informal words and phrases that they say today. Okay, let's go.
So long as the co-accused, your friend, Aaron. Yeah, that's right, Aaron. So long as Aaron supports your story about what happened that night, there's a good chance of getting a suspended sentence which means no time in juvenile detention.
And if it doesn't show, I'll just go down, right?
Yeah, we need Aaron to say he's the one who planned the robbery, okay? He's the one who brought the knife. Is he planning on skipping out on his court date?
No, he's solid.
Good.
So long as the co-accused, your friend, Aaron. Yeah, that's right, Aaron. So long as Aaron supports your story about what happened that night, there's a good chance of getting a suspended sentence which means no time in juvenile detention.
And if it doesn't show, I'll just go down, right?
Yeah, we need Aaron to say he's the one who planned the robbery, okay? He's the one who brought the knife. Is he planning on skipping out on his court date?
No, he's solid.
Good.
So long as the co-accused, your friend, Aaron. Yeah, that's right, Aaron. So long as Aaron supports your story about what happened that night, there's a good chance of getting a suspended sentence which means no time in juvenile detention.
And if it doesn't show, I'll just go down, right?
Yeah, we need Aaron to say he's the one who planned the robbery, okay? He's the one who brought the knife. Is he planning on skipping out on his court date?
No, he's solid.
Good.
So long as the co-accused, your friend, Aaron. Yeah, that's right, Aaron. So long as Aaron supports your story about what happened that night, there's a good chance of getting a suspended sentence which means no time in juvenile detention.
And if it doesn't show, I'll just go down, right?
Yeah, we need Aaron to say he's the one who planned the robbery, okay? He's the one who brought the knife. Is he planning on skipping out on his court date?
No, he's solid.
Good.
So long as the co-accused, your friend, Aaron. Yeah, that's right, Aaron. So long as Aaron supports your story about what happened that night, there's a good chance you're getting a suspended sentence, which means no time in juvenile detention. And if he doesn't show, I'll just go down, right? Yeah, we need Aaron to say he's the one who planned the robbery, okay? He's the one who brought the knife. Is he planning on skipping out on his court date? No, he's solid. Good. Let's talk about some of the words and phrases that they use today. The first thing that the lawyer says is so long as the co-accused. Now, I'll talk about so long as in a second, but firstly, I'd like to talk about this word. Now, the accused. This is someone who may be guilty of a crime, so now they have to go to court. Co is a prefix, and a prefix is a letter or letters that you add at the beginning of a word to make a new word. And co as a prefix means together or with. So you can co-author a book with a colleague, for example, or you can co-own a restaurant with your husband or wife or friend. And here they're talking about someone who is accused of this crime together with the guy in this conversation. So his friend Aaron is the other person who is being accused of committing this crime. So long as the co-accused, so long as Aaron supports your story. Now this just means only if. You can watch TV all night so long as you've finished doing all your homework. You can go on this trip so long as you call me every single day. Here, the lawyer says, so long as Aaron supports your story. Only if Aaron supports your story, then there's a good chance that you'll only get a suspended sentence. A suspended sentence. This is a legal term. Say you committed a crime. You went to court and they found you guilty. And normally you would go to jail for what you did. But with a suspended sentence, you don't have to go to jail unless you commit another crime within a certain period. And if you don't commit another crime within that period, usually the judge then just dismisses your sentence. And dismiss here is another legal term, and it just means to formally stop the case from continuing. There's a good chance you're getting a suspended sentence, which means no time in juvenile detention. Juvenile detention. This goes by a few different names. Youth Detention Centre, Juvenile Detention Centre, Juvenile Hall, and more informally, juvie. So if a juvenile, and a juvenile is a young person who is not yet old enough to be seen as an adult by the law, so if a juvenile is charged with a serious enough crime, then they may be sent to juvenile detention. So how old is a juvenile? Well, it depends on the rules in the country that you live in. In Australia, a juvenile is someone who is between the ages of 10 and 16 or 17, depending on where you live in the country. Then the guy says, and if he doesn't show, I'll just go down, right? Now go down. This phrasal verb has a lot of different meanings. Here, it's being used in an informal way to mean go to jail. The lawyer then continues and says, we need Aaron to say he's the one who planned the robbery. A robbery is a crime. It's when you steal something, when you take something like money or something valuable and you take it from somewhere and you threaten the other person with a gun or a knife or something like that, and you tell them that you'll hurt them if they don't do what you want them to do. A very common one that you see in movies is a bank robbery. Here, the lawyer says he's the one who brought the knife. So the guy in the conversation and his friend Aaron went somewhere to steal something and they brought a knife with them. probably to threaten the people they wanted to steal from. Then the lawyer continues and says, is he planning on skipping out on his court date? Now, to skip out on something or somebody, this is a phrasal verb, it's informal, and it means to avoid doing something that you should do or to leave someone when they need your help. So you could skip out on paying your bill at the restaurant or paying your rent, for example. Not that I'm saying you should, I'm just saying that these are things that people can skip out on. Is he planning on skipping out on his court date? So the court has asked Aaron to go there to the court on a particular date, and this lawyer is just asking, is Aaron planning on not being there? The other guy replies with, no, he's solid. Solid is one of those words that has a lot of different meanings. It can be used as a noun or as an adjective, and here it's being used as an adjective to mean that he can be trusted. It is safe to trust him. He's good. He's reliable. So, for example, you could be a solid worker or be in a solid team. So here he's saying that Aaron is a solid guy. You can trust him. Do you believe him? And so what's the answer to my question today? Why is the guy going to court? He's going to court because he's been charged with robbery along with his friend Aaron. We talked about a few legal terms today, and we talked about a few other things as well. What did you think of today's video? Was it an interesting one for you? Let me know in the comments below. Let's listen to the conversation one last time at the normal speed and see how much more of the conversation you can understand this time around.
So long as the co-accused, your friend,
Aaron.
yeah, that's right, Aaron. So long as Aaron supports your story about what happened that night, there's a good chance of getting a suspended sentence which means no time in juvenile detention.
And if he doesn't show, I'll just go down, right?
Yeah, we need Aaron to say he's the one who planned the robbery, okay? He's the one who brought the knife. Is he planning on skipping out on his court date?
No, he's solid.
Good.
Please give me a thumbs up if you found this video useful so that I know to make more videos like this one for you in future. Thank you for watching today. Keep practicing, stay safe out there, and I shall see you next time. Bye.